Hello, this is Barry McLean, and I am presenting to you from pharmacyinformatics.net. And today I'm going to do a demonstration of augmented reality or mixed reality using this headset that I have, which is a Microsoft product called HoloLens 2. And the demonstration I'll do today will be pertinent to the sterile prep of medications. I feel that this device is a very good tool for that application or use case. It really helps reduce the amount of equipment or monitors or anything of that nature that would clutter up a sterile field. You can have this on your head. It's literally like having a workstation and monitors and applications on your head, and you're able to interact with these ambiently. It's not necessarily a cheap device, and it does have its flaws, but I think it definitely has an application into the med use process. So that's why I really want to give you a taste of what this can do. Obviously, this headset is mounted on the head. It's wireless. It's battery powered. It has a retractable cover or lens that goes over your eyes. I'm wearing glasses, and it's able to accommodate that without wearing contacts or anything like that. Also, just getting into the actual use of the tool, you can see right in front of me is a hologram, and I'm able to, this is just a menu, which I can easily pull up and down just using hand gestures. I can, as an example, pull up a very basic internet browser. A window like this I'm able to interact with. I can move it wherever I want. I can resize it, make it really small or make it very large. I can have literally any number of these windows and applications running at the same time and have them in different places. As an example, I'll run my favorite website, and really just like any kind of touch screen, I'm able to interact with this very nicely. Just scrolling up and down, I can interact with it just like I would pretty much any other touch screen, cell phone, tablet. So really neat in terms of its ability. So I feel like it's worth going into a little bit of a demonstration of how this would work in the real world today, just how it is. But then I will also have a part 2 of this presentation. I will go into a much deeper futuristic model of what I think this can do. Here we are in a mock IV room setup where I'm doing some sterile compounding. I have an ingredient, I have a syringe. But also I have on display for you in my augmented reality setup, I have on one hand I have a screen that's showing my electronic health record, which unfortunately I have to blur a fair amount of that from a copyright standpoint, but it is an incredibly useful tool, an important part of the workflow. It's helping provide compound instructions, prep instructions, as well as some of the safety checks like barcode scanning and image capture, which can all then be part of the workflow where a pharmacist can see everything I did as a pharmacy tech, and then sign off that it is an accurate sterile prep product from a quality assurance perspective. So very important tool that we can interact with and interplay with in this workflow. On the other hand, I have my streaming that I'm doing this presentation on, but it also kind of provides some context to how good the cameras are on the HoloLens. I think it's probably good enough from a prep image standpoint. So if I'm capturing, the steps of a workflow, I think it's, the quality of the cameras are probably there. I think to really bring this technology forward, I would hope that we would be able to get this to identify the products that I'm working with as well, That would be my ideal state, even if it could just read effectively the barcodes on products. You know, practically, you know, from a practicality standpoint, you know, we have something like dexmedetomidine, which is such a small vial, and the barcode on this is just incredibly hard to read, even with using a 4K camera, you know, even getting that to scan or identify what that barcode is, you know, the system really struggles with that. I do have a larger barcode. Let's see if we can get that to read more effectively. And see if we can get the EHR to recognize it. Awesome, it did work. So if I look at my EHR screen, it did identify the product. It's now telling me, you know, I can go ahead and do my prep and proceed with my next steps. You know, it is the correct ingredient. I am able to take image captures. I'm not doing anything too fancy. I'm just more or less taking pictures of myself here. But I think overall, I'm trying to capture how this workflow could work using augmented reality and the tools. You know, there's obviously a lot of room for improvement. I don't think that we're in any way, shape, form in a place where this technology is ready for prime time. I think it's a great theoretical use case. I think in spending a lot of time working with this technology, I think my dream has gone past even HoloLens's camera technology, and really how can RFID really bring this to the next level. I've spent a lot of time thinking about that, and that's what part 2 of my presentation series is going to really go into, is in, you know, a perfect world, what does sterile prep look like with using this technology? I encourage you to watch that video, and hopefully you have some interesting commentary about it. But thank you.